for the over 35s, and in many cases well over 35 years of age, has been played for decades. There is no upper age limit in Golden Oldies Rugby festivals, and in one of the law variations from the regular game, a player's age over 60 is shown by the colour of shorts he wears. Many teams could not field their first 15 for their regular league matches without using the more mature players in their club, so Golden Oldies benefits rugby at all levels. Golden Oldies Rugby was set up in New Zealand by rugby stalwart Tom Johnson, who, in conjunction with Air New Zealand, organised the first World Golden Oldies Rugby Festival, which was held in Auckland, New Zealand in 1979. The second World Festival was played at Long Beach, California in 1981 and played at different cities worldwide thereafter every 2 years, alternating between the northern and southern hemispheres. Air New Zealand's involvement finished following the 19th festival, held in Fukuoka, Japan, and VSL Events, also based in Auckland, took over the running of World Golden Oldies Rugby Festivals, being the host for the 20th festival in Mar del Plata, Argentina in 2014, and the 21st festival in Cardiff, Wales in 2016. Scotland's first involvement was with Aberdeen Strollers at the 4th World Festival, held in London in 1985, and for many years they were the only Scottish team taking part at World and European Golden Oldies Rugby Festivals. Interest in these festivals continued to grow, and the first European festival was staged in Den Bosch, Holland in 1992. These festivals are also held every 2 years and have visited many wonderful venues. At the 2002 European Festival held in Split, Croatia, the European Golden Oldies organisation was formally set up, and in 2003 at the annual general meeting of FIRA, now Rugby Europe, European Golden Oldies Rugby became the official organisation for Golden Oldies Rugby being played throughout Europe. At that time there was no real organisation for Golden Oldies Rugby in Scotland, although a number of clubs were playing games for their Old Crocs, 4th 15s, etc. But following the success of the 17th World Golden Oldies Rugby Festival in Edinburgh, where 16 Scottish teams participated, the Scottish organisation was created and constituted with the assistance of Jim Stevenson, who was the president of the Scottish Rugby Union at that time. A few months later, the first Scottish festival was held at Perthshire Rugby Football Club in 2009, and these festivals are held annually and each year have attracted new and newly formed teams to the event, including a team of referees. Scottish Golden Oldies Rugby became an affiliate member of the Scottish Rugby Union in 2012. Guided by the World Rugby Laws, formerly the IRB, Golden Oldies games include the following variations to make the game more enjoyable for the older player. There is unlimited substitution. Games are played over shorter playing periods, and aggressive play is not condoned. Golden Oldies play in festivals, not tournaments, and age is shown by the colour of shorts players wear. Over 60s cannot be tackled. At all times, Golden Oldies Rugby should be played in the ethos of fun, friendship and fraternity. Referee coordinator Ray Mellis explains more. What are the main differences in Golden Oldies Rugby?
As you know, in the full variant game, there are considerable forces exerted upon players during many different facets of the game. So we try to eradicate that, and the variations are there to help the players understand what's going on, as well as the referees who are trying to help out during the game. Perhaps the more important variations are those pertinent to those players who are allowed to wear coloured shorts. Now in Scottish Golden Oldies, we have 3 different colours of shorts that the players can wear. Basically the first level is red shorts, which means that players are not permitted to be tackled, and the idea there is to protect them. With regards to the next level up, usually players in their 60s, we're looking at gold shorts, and they can only be touched or you can stand in front of them, and they must then pass the ball as they are deemed to have been tackled. And then the final one is for anybody who's brave enough to play the game at over 75, and indeed we still have one gentleman in Scottish Golden Oldies, Alistair Urquhart, as you know, who's 86. And in that instance, they've not to be tackled or impeded in any way.
And they're in purple shorts.
They are indeed in purple shorts.
And what are the main differences between the scrums, the lineouts and the kicks?
The emphasis is on safety. You can well imagine if you're dealing with players from 35 to over 80, there's a wide disparity in terms of player physique, player prowess, player ability. And we want to make sure that people enjoy the game and go for a pint afterwards, shall we say. So in terms of these scrums, they are uncontested. The reason for that is that in the real full variant game, the pressures within the scrum are quite enormous, and therefore people are liable to be injured. So we take that element away from the scrum, which means that all 8 players must stay bound. The scrum half cannot follow the opposing scrum half round, and the team that puts the ball in will in fact win the ball. The other good thing about that, of course, bearing in mind that the games are shorter, is it makes it a little bit faster and speedier to bring the ball back into play.
And lineouts and kicks?
With regards to the lineouts, again, we're interested in safety. The casual observer might think that the lineout is a fairly straightforward part of the game, but it's highly technical, it requires good technique and a lot of strength. And bear in mind, if somebody's lifted quite high, if he should fall, he's in danger of being seriously hurt. So again, we avoid that part of the game. And again, it speeds it up a little bit and brings the ball back into play after the ball's gone into touch. As far as kicking is concerned, again, the emphasis is upon running and playing rugby. Aerial ping pong has its way, has its position within the full game, but at Golden Oldies, we're more interested in playing the game, so you can only kick from within your 22. And then with your 22, let's just play the ball as best we can.
There is a lot of support for Golden Oldies from the referees in your society as well as the other societies throughout Scotland, Europe and the world. Even your Scottish guys entered a team at a recent festival. Why do you think the referees like to support the Golden Oldies variation of our great game?
I think that what attracts a lot of people to rugby is not just the physical aspects of the sport, but I think it's the spirit, the ethos of the sport. It's not just played to the letter of the law, it's played in the good spirit of the law. Yes, the contest on the pitch is hard, it's physical, sometimes it can be quite brutal. But thereafter, I think people recognise the effort that people are putting into the game, and they recognise the fairness that's applied to the game. Shake hands afterwards, applaud each team, and go off together and have a pint. Rugby creates friendships, not within your own teams, but with the teams you play against. And these friendships can last for life. I think referees understand that. For some of us, it's a way of staying close to the game and participating in the game. For some of us, it keeps us a little bit fitter than we might otherwise be. And for some of us, I think it's just a way of ensuring that we are remembering the great days that we had ourselves when we were fortunate to put on the strip and play for the club.
So it's really a great game, whether playing, refereeing or both?
Absolutely. And it's a great, I think it's also a great team game for people to watch, and families come along and watch it as well.
Being an ambassador to the Golden Oldies Festival here in Edinburgh was fantastic, and I really enjoyed that. We had players from all over the world coming, and I think the opportunity for them to get to play in and around Murrayfield was fantastic. The straplines of Golden Oldies Rugby are fun, friendship and fraternity, and that sort of embodies all the traditional values, I think, of rugby. And Golden Oldies Rugby is certainly the game of choice for many golden generation of rugby players, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. No one's really bothered about what the score is. There's no winners, there's no losers. It's just about taking part and more importantly, enjoying yourself both on and off the field. And I think that's just what Golden Oldies Rugby is all about. It's just renewing old friendships, it's making new friendships, and it's about having fun. And I think that, rugby players, and I've obviously been all over the world playing rugby, watching rugby, and the one thing is this sort of fellowship, if you like, of rugby players and rugby supporters. And I've never really seen any angry incidents, and certainly in Golden Oldies, it's just, that's what it's all about. It's people having fun, it's enjoying themselves, it's making friends, and making friends for life, and the opportunity to travel as well. So yeah, there's a great story to be told there.
But Golden Oldies Rugby festivals are not just for the players and the officials, as Katie Barnett, Scottish Golden Oldies Secretary, explains. Katie, you are the Secretary for Scottish Golden Oldies Rugby and you have been to many world and European festivals and all of the Scottish festivals. What do you enjoy about these events?
Yes, I have been really lucky to visit many parts of the world. Thanks to Golden Oldies Rugby, my first major festival was held in Vancouver in 1997, where I met many wonderful people from all over the world who are still friends today. The amazing thing about Golden Oldies Rugby is the great bonding. It really does not matter if you speak a different language. The friendships are there for life, and you all have a most enjoyable time, both on and off the field and in the beer tent.
What would you say to other ladies to encourage them to support these festivals and Golden Oldies Rugby?
When all Golden Oldies Rugby events started, it definitely was the usual boys' weekend away. But little by little, they have realised that the ladies do play an important part in their rugby. The festivals are held in excellent locations, hospitality is fantastic, and the social aspects are great, with loads of new friends to be made and meeting up with many old friends. More and more wives and partners, along with their families, now attend these festivals, supporting their teams on and off the fields. One of the awards at the annual Scottish Golden Oldies Rugby Festival is for the best supported team. So come on ladies, join your players at the next festival. Check it out for yourselves.
I hope that this DVD has given you more of an insight into Golden Oldies Rugby and that you found it interesting. Rugby is a great game played worldwide by all ages and abilities, male and female. And if you are not already involved, you may wish to contact your local club. If you cannot find a local Golden Oldies team, please contact us and we shall attempt to assist you with your search. If you wish to organise a Golden Oldies Rugby Festival, information is available on our websites and Facebook pages. You may feel or think I'm too old or it's so long since I played. But remember that Golden Oldies Rugby is played with these variations. There is unlimited substitution. Games are played over shorter time periods. Over-aggressive play is not condoned. And Golden Oldies play in festivals, not tournaments. Age is shown by the colour of shorts players wear, and over 60s cannot be tackled. Golden Oldies, most importantly, is played in the ethos of fun, friendship and fraternity. Please enjoy your Golden Oldies Rugby and remember it should always be played in fun, friendship and fraternity.